Look there inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, a good one in store. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Detroit Lions.
One pride on your feet. And welcome Dan Campbell and your two-time defending NFC North champion, Detroit Lions.
With my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, Joey Sly, set to get this one going. And we are underway in downtown Detroit. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those with the Lions, remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession solely because you got reckless with the ball. As long as he is calculated with those risks, I think they have a good chance today coming out on top.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown. Amon-Ra gives the Lions.
You can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone. David Montgomery. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
At the 47-yard line.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go play action with Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
It's 3rd down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Laporta in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first down. So it'll bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami. The #1 overall pick past April's draft.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team. But just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
He'll step up and run.
And Ward on the scramble. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll run it with Tony Pollard. A short gain up to the 20. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Spears. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
It's now
You spend all week developing your opening script. What are you going to do when you get the ball for the first time, Mike? Well, I promise you, it wasn't go 3 and out and punt. But give credit to the defense. Nice job getting off the field here early. Get the ball back to your offense.
On 4th down, the former All-Pro Johnny Hecker out to punt for Tennessee. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And he'll get forward a few yards. And that offense will take over. The Lions offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Our first down throw there is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
2nd and 10. Laporta in motion. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Past midfield to the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. First and 10 now from the 36. From the gun, it's Goff. That's taken in by Khalif Raymond. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's another.
Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
On play action, Goff. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
It's second down.
21-yard line.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls in.
And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
13 yards.
It's a gain of 13, and it's first and goal.
Another Lions. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They've got it at the 8. First down and goal. Here's a run. And he'll take this one in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. Now
kicker
Jake
on
Bates
for the point
on for the
after.
extra point. Not the best of snaps, and this one is blocked. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. On the return, here comes Chestnut. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Titans offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. Up the sideline to the 40. And it'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
I've always gone with the logic on the zone read, Mike, defensively, that you want to tackle the back. Make the quarterback keep it, because in this case, as you see, he gives his back with a hole. He can take it a long way.
Not much there, maybe a yard.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Ward. And that is incomplete.
First pass, intended for Calvin Ridley. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. Oh, the snap, a poor one, and it's blocked. And he's in! Touchdown, Lions! Big play from the special teams there, Greg. Not only did they come up with the block, but they return it for the touchdown, get a little bit of momentum with this big play.
Yeah, and there's always a little bit of a risk and reward that a coach has to balance anytime he calls for a punt rush. And we saw there exactly why you do it. You're able to get your hand, block the ball, and in this case, you get the extra bonus because it leads to a touchdown.
Bates now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions extend their advantage to 13-0.
13. Titans nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Chestnut. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
The Titans take
Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do.
33-yard line.
set it in motion. They'll show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Motion man is the tight end going right. Again, it's Holland. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Third down and 9. Shotgun snap for Wolf. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions. And I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
31-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing, Goff. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
Right to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
To throw is Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
1st down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Jarius Sneed on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to get him a 1st down here. Across midfield and down to the 45.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To throw. Throwing left side. And it's taken in by Williams. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Now a stoppage. We have an injured Lion. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Titans' 21-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, Goff. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete. Isaac Tesla was the intended target.
Brings up a 3rd down.
And 3rd down coming up.
To go.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
Here's Goff. That is hauled in at the 5. And he'll get this down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal as they convert on 3rd down.
Lions, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Lions ball to begin this 2nd quarter as they go to work on 1st and goal. Montgomery will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown.
Touchdown, Lions.
Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Chestnut. He'll get across the 20, take him down to the 23-yard line. The Titans offense ready to take over once again. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Off play action, it's Ward. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. 8. And now it's third down.
In what's been a pretty one-sided affair from the opening whistle, it just seems like it continues to get worse. This defense, they know they have them on the edge, and they continue to rush the quarterback the way they are. I'm not sure what this offense can do come the second half.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Out of the gun, Ward. Got a man, it's Rocket. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
17 yards.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
So, from the 39, they come up on first and 10. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's second and inches at their 48-yard line.
Second and inches. On the give, it's Pollard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. Second and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it third and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
Don't need much. It is third and inches. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
A gain of a yard. First down, Titans.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Play action. Ward. Throw on the run is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 4.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 4. Pollard. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss of 2 yards, and it's third down.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? Here's Ward. He's got his tight end. That's a Conquo. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Showing off the elusiveness there. Able to dance his way forward. It's a gain of about 4.
At the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Loss of 2 yards, and it's third down.
Third and 7. They send Ridley in motion. Throwing on third down, Ward. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
A gain of 9 yards. first down, Tennessee.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field. But they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
This one caught before. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
Tennessee.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Now Ward going to hold on to it, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
From a little further back, here's second and goal. In motion, Okonkwo. Pollard. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
By Marcus Davenport.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
Now Ward on third and goal. And he's in. Jake Okonkwo. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. Not the best of snaps, and this one is blocked.
Joey Sly to
following the
kick off for
touchdown.
Tennessee.
Here's Sly to kick it away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off first and 10. Laporta in motion. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And a very elusive run there. He winds up out 9 yards.
He's brought down at the 31. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. They hand it to Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10. They're running to the right here with Gibbs. They'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Xavier Woods there on the stop.
Second and 6 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's second and 6. Goff to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Throwing here is Goff. Here's a screen, and he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
That's good for a Lions.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
A run here with Gibbs. He's beyond midfield to the 45. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
That's another Lions. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit. In a moment, from the 39, here's a first and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. He finds Raymond for the completion. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 11 yards for number 11, and a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Here's second and 9. Gibbs. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now third and 10.
Here's a third and 10. Laporta in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Forced to his right. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He'll get a dozen out of that one. Scrambling his way to a first down.
That's another Lions.
And he just continues to show the ability to about him, Mike, more than when opportunity presents.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's first and 10. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And the strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Now it's second and 1. They'll run with Gibbs. And I don't think he got that wrapped up in the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout, and they stop it with go in this opening half. They have converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Task was to be on target, no catch, and now 4th down.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on.
To the goal line and in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. Bates now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Lions are able to extend the lead.
The score, Lions 27, Titans 6.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. In motion, Okonkwo. On 1st and 10, Ward. No signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap for Ward. To the left side and taken in by Jefferson.
Complete to Van Jefferson. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Titans.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now it's Ward. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, here comes Chestnut. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Play fake, now Ward to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 4. Fake the handoff. Now Ward in trouble, and down he goes.
Well, as they face this possible 3 and out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Ward. And this is going to be incomplete. And it's great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
The Lions offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on first down.
At his own 48-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle by Draymond Jones. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw is Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of
Remember, he had the
yards.
touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
It's a gain of 23
A gain there
yards.
of 23 yards.
That's
First down,
another
Detroit.
Lions. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now a give to Gibbs, running right. The hole closes quickly. They'll pick up about 3.
Jeffrey Simmons on the stop. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Here's a handoff to Gibbs, left side. And he will get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will extend this third quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here's DK. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Titans offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Is Ward. That one into the hands of Jefferson. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 36-yard line.
2nd and inches. Out of the gun, Ward. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
First down, Tennessee.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time and was able to secure a really nice catch.
He's got his man, Jefferson. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Ward, out quickly, it's Ridley.
Ward's pass complete to 0. Calvin Ridley. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Running here, it's Pollard. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
Down at the 26. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Titans.
Throwing is Ward. He has Rocket over the middle. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. And he's able to push his way forward, a gain of about 2. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
Throwing on third down, Ward. He'll get this out wide to Pollard. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Sly's kick is good. And the Titans will cut into that lead.
Titans 9.
Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. Khalif Raymond to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's when the offense will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Goff to throw on first down. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. It's Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now Goff. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is brought in. And he'll be marked down to the 15-yard line. It is a big play there for the Lions. That goes for 58.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And how impressive was that, Mike? I mean, not only to be able to generate that amount of separation downfield, but then to track the ball. Remember, this was a running back, but he looked like a wide receiver, and we're looking around the league, Mike, and a lot of these backs, in order to play in today's NFL, you have to be part receiver. All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's gone. That was incomplete. Outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
So while they fail to connect on this one, I don't really blame him for continuing to give his guy a shot in tight coverage. When you have someone as special as he is, you can't only throw him the ball when he's open. It's just not going to be enough opportunities. There's not going to be enough volume. So every now and then, there is a calculated risk where even if it's not the ideal window or situation, you've got to give a guy like him as many chances at the ball as you can.
Now, first down throw for Ward. That is caught by the man wearing 0, Calvin Ridley. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
2nd and 4 at the 13-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Ward. There's Okonkwo open left side. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. 11 yards on the connection there. That's good for a Titan first down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The 4th quarter, and it's a run by Pollard. Whoa! And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
25 yards. The pickup there.
First down
for Tennessee.
You know, Mike, this is why they teach these guys to never give up on a run. There was multiple times there that he could have taken what he got, go down with the tackle, and live to play another day. But he kept fighting, broke free, and then look at the play that resulted. Huge game.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. It's Hutch, Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Shotgun snap for Ward. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Tony Pollard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
So I'm not really sure if that would have mattered, Mike. I don't think they were going to have enough to pick up the 1st down either way, but at least if that ball's completed, 3rd down's just a little bit more manageable, because after the incomplete, they find themselves in 3rd and pass.
3rd and long. Here's Ward. And that is incomplete.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath, but give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. They snap it to Ward. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have a Titans 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
That's almost unfair. I mean, 4th and a mile. You got nowhere to go with the ball, and the quarterback's able to just tuck it down and pick it up with his legs. There's just not a lot of guys in the league that can make that play, and you can see a lot of those defenders hanging their heads saying, we know we just gave him one.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The tackle by Jack Campbell. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
2nd and 10. Lockett headed in motion. Fake the handoff. Now Ward in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That is Marcus Davenport in there for the sack.
And it really starts with the impressive get-off by this defensive end. He does a nice job of anticipating the snap count, and by the time he was in the backfield, there was nothing anyone could do to prevent that sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Lockett headed in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's complete to Lockett outright. And they go backwards here again. The defense stands tall, and it's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. From the gun, here's Ward. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 2. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third down, 3 to go. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35.
It's a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Lions.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off, but not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they show they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
Woo. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
4 yards.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To throw is Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
Down the field, he's got Seattle. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown, Amon-Ra, gives the Lions a first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A run up the gut with Montgomery. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
That's another Lions. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now, Goff. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Now this looks like a design run, and he will take it in himself. Touchdown, Detroit. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will add one more onto their big lead.
Lions 41, Titans 9.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here's DK. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense headed back to take over once more.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Down at the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 6. Play action. Ward toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there, and it'll be 3rd down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ward. That one broken up, and it is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll give himself up after picking up the 1st down.
A gain of 14.
It's a pickup of 14. And the decision to go for it pays off.
That's just a big-time play by this quarterback on 4th down. You can see he starts first look covered. Then he goes through his progression. There's nowhere to go with the ball. He can't throw it away, can't take a sack. He quickly decides to turn into a runner, use his legs to pick up the 1st down, and they're still alive.
And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
At the 43-yard line.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Ward. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
And it's 3rd down.
It is 3rd and long. They send Ridley in motion. Looking to throw, it's Ward. He's going to look deep here, looking for Lockett. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's late, you're losing, things really haven't gone your way all day today, and there's really not much left to do other than to try to take some big shots downfield. That time the coverage is really good and just falls incomplete.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. A ball deep for the end zone. That one hard. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown Titans.
Touchdown Tennessee.
Think back to the spring, Mike. We all watched the highlights of this guy's pro day, and you always question, why do they make these quarterbacks just rear back and throw it as far as they can? How often are they really going to do that? Well, when they do, like we saw here, it is a thing of beauty. He put that big arm on display with that last pass, and it winds up going for 6.
Slides at the point, up and good. And the Titans cut into the lead a little bit.
16.
scoring the touchdown. Here's Slide to kick it away. Raymond now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
At the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. Laporta in motion. On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, Detroit.
That's good.
You have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. But then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2nd down and 3. It's a toss play, left to Gibbs. Room to run at the 35. And they finally wrestle him down at the Lions' 21-yard line. That one's good for 29.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Laporta in motion. On 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
They want to find themselves clawing back into this game. It's going to take some stops out of this defense, and rushing the passer and coming away with sacks. That's a good place to start. They're going to need more of it. Otherwise, they're going to be in for a long afternoon.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that 1st down. And he'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
3rd and 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. This pass complete to Raymond. And he'll be well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. The Lions will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
Titans 16.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's DK. And a decent return there. She'll get this up just shy of the 30. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. On first down, it's Ward. Looking middle, and he's got Ridley.
Ward's pass, complete to 0, Calvin Ridley. It's a gain of 8, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Lions. They proved much the best in this one. To get a solid performance in all three phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.